Hello, everyone. RPG Kim Kid here back with some more Master Detective's Archive Rain Code. In the previous video, we started our investigation into the Nail Man, and now we're gonna go to the previous locations of the Nail Man curse, or case. But before we do that, we're going to the church where it all started. So let's go check it out. The only church of Kanai Warrior, dark force that's behind it. Oh, okay.
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
What is it you wanted to speak about?
Okay.
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Okay.
Do we really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Yeah, here you are. Wasting time thinking about it.
Time for an investigation!
Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
You'll speak to them all eventually anyway. Just talk to them one by one.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church. I also care for the forest.
Do you know anything about the Nailman?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the Nail Man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you very much. Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me.
Lovely.
Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Do you know about the nail man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the Nail Man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail man for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Isn't it basically already like that?
What happened to your arm?
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously. You got some nerve calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
Sorry!
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation. I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal!
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare! It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Well, I got a feeling she's the
Instrument?
nail man.
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see.
She's probably going to end up being the nail man.
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the nail man and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Yeah, that's right! I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am.
Uh-huh.
But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through a ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony. Whoever's name is on it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
Oh. Well, lovely.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the Peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the Nailman.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nailman and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
About the dolls.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Right. What about the past Nailman murders?
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Huh? Every time?
Well, he did say 4 times, so
There's
that's
no
how many
reason
there's
to
been.
look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
I was about to say, that really does make him suspicious, but I don't think it's
You
him.
think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I'd found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Yuma District. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma District. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Uh-huh.
The information was obtained from the church worshiper who knew about the past Nailman murders.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a big question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What do you mean by
Incinerator?
strange?
I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
Can you try drawing what it looked like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated. I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Burnt remains of a strangely shaped rope found in the church incinerator. Yeah, I have no idea what that could be. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Be right back. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so the last thing is to ask about the suspect.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the Nailman.
He's not, but...
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nailman was born out of our situation.
What do you mean by that?
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nailman acts as their agent, then they are also the Nailman. In a way. That's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The Nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
I mean, I don't know. We don't know anything about the victim, too. I think that's a good question to
I've
learn.
asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation. You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Huh?
I mean, yeah.
You need to remember every face, so you can spot them, even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head.
Hey, now.
So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
The mansion. No, the secret club, right?
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
I just remember that the third one happened in the third one happened in the museum. What's up with this window? Creepy.
Oh!
Maybe it's to reinforce an always watching type of ideology. Ew, ew, ew! The thing's gonna haunt my dreams. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I won't doubt that. What the fuck is this?
I'm sure.
This fox must be the church's symbol.
Come on.
An otherwise fine atmosphere spoiled by a lame-ass fox. A gargoyle would really tie the place together. I guess she's not wrong. Alright, here's another gab. It is with Vivia. Okay. Let's go to the club first before I go to the gap. Like I won't go inside the club. I'll just be like just like right outside it first before I go before I check out the gap. So now we're only missing a gap for fun Daisojo Belbobda. That's the Nochisuke. Secret Club, an illegal members only casino located in Kamasaki District. One can enjoy slots, roulettes, and card games, but many games have obscene rates and cheating is rampant. Surprise, surprise. Alright, there we are.
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
The exact
Where's the
opposite of
secret
you.
club? I smell a mystery. I'm all hyped up.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Oh well.
It's open. Let's go inside.
I like him. I like him. Halara is awesome. Man, I will say this. The loading is really... I mean, it wasn't bad here, but the last time we saw the loading, it was really... Ugh. Alright, well... Yeah, something of you. Oh, I guess that picture updated. Okay, servant. Talent video games. Talent church servant. Dislikes violence. Likes anime. Man who does odd jobs at the Church of Kanai Ward. His colleagues, the nun, boss him. His colleague, the nun, boss him around on a daily basis. He's terrible at socializing, sometimes appearing suspicious when talking with others. While he's concerned about his weight, he's too weak-willed to do anything about it. Likes faith, dislikes atheist. Talent church priest, talent making speech, or title. Priest of the Church of Kanai Ward, brimming with parental affection. He feels it is his calling to help all those in need. He's popular among the worshippers for his gentle and thoughtful nature, and many people come to him asking for advice. Nun, get thee to a nunnery. Likes death metal, dislikes people who can't get into music. Title church nun, talent price negotiations. Nun at the Church of Kanai Ward, often abusive and unwilling to listen to others. Her personality is far from the image of a typical nun. Her father works in upper management in an Amaterasu corporation, something she occasionally leverages to full effect. Craftiness aside, she is fairly diligent with her work. I should look at birthdays too. Not that that's a big deal in my opinion, but... And worshipper. Likes urban legends, dislikes a world filled with happiness. Title, Metal Fox Church Worshipper. Talent, knowledge of the occult. A pious worshipper at the Church of Kanai Ward, an occult enthusiast, he chases after all kinds of unusual phenomenon and urban legends. His obsession with the topic can sometimes put his life in danger. I have a feeling that's all of our people of interest for this chapter anyway. I mean, because I don't think you can really fit another picture in there, but we can check. Let's look in there just to be sure, I suppose. I mean, I guess you could probably fit one in between these. No, not really, no. At least not if you want to be the same size. I guess they could have one next to him. I don't know. I feel like the locations of all of them is weird. Anyway, time to talk to Monsieur Vivia. Can't live without books, so is that going to be... I don't know where that one could be. I don't know. Good news is I feel like these things can be located in any chapter, so that's good.
Whew, finally finished a bunch of chores. Maybe I should go make some coffee.
Ah,
Sorry. I had some soot in my nose.
why did I say question mark for his name for that, though?
Vivia, you were in there?
Yeah, I was here the whole time.
Oh, I guess he was technically in the fireplace or
You
something.
could have at least said you were there. You scared me.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'll start doing that next time.
I don't mind, so please do.
Yuma, you're too kind. You never mind talking to me.
You know, I wonder why he always crawls into cramped spaces like that.
You find it calming in there, right? But wouldn't you be better off on a couch or bed?
If comfort level must be quantified in terms of the physical strain on your body, then yes. But this reminds me of something.
Reminds you of what?
Well, what do you think?
What Vivia remembers when he's inside the fireplace.
Death? Memories about firewood? Good memories, bad memories? I guess good, I don't know.
Is it a good memory?
Yes, that's correct. When I was young, my parents would always discipline me by locking me in the storage room.
Oh.
When I'm in here, I can relive those memories.
Huh?
Vivia, I like ya.
Doesn't sound like nice memories if you were locked in there. That seems pretty traumatic to me.
No, those are good memories for me. I have many brothers. We all yearned for our parents' love. So, no matter what shape or form it took, I was happy when my parents paid attention to me.
I see.
I know. How about you join me, Yuma? Once you get used to the back pain, it's actually not so bad in here.
No, I think I'll pass.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown closer.
And, you know, I am really liking them, especially when, you know, you don't have the weird fucking sound of the... Oh my god. Don't have the weird fucking sound of the...
The peacekeepers
Background's
may be
going
sloppy,
on.
but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here.
Well, you see the...
The victim's
Chalk
name
outline.
was Sigma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel
Thank
while
you for
waiting at the cafe.
telling me exactly the thing that on the
A
loading screen
real
told me.
interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out.
This one seems a little
At
trickier
the
than the
time of
one that from the
discovery,
last one.
The door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
Oh, he probably was able to get in there with
No
the
windows.
spikes.
The only way in and out is the door that was locked
Which is
from
probably
the
what
inside.
it is. He got in because of the spikes. Or got up because of
It's
the
a
spikes.
locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte!
My forte is postcognition, the power to see the past. However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
Oh.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
That is a really strong forte.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
I mean, that is really good.
The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world.
Much more
Although,
convenient.
It is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing!
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry!
Oh, hush you.
Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
What? Of course not!
Alara's foresight is postcognition. It shows the crime scene as if it was when first discovered.
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Ground scene the real until I'm done using my postcognition. Oh, really? That didn't get updated by her profile? That's dumb. Or their profile. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry. I know they didn't specify, but at the same time, it's like, don't be respectful. All right, what do you have, Shinigami?
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express? You know, when
Yeah, I was
the
about to
master
say, he should know
detectives
when they're
use
using their
powers.
fortes.
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers.
Man, I have all these
Somehow,
groups.
it feels
Poochie's the
like
only
I
one.
can
Out
hear
of these
what
guys,
Poochie
Poochie's the one I miss the
hears.
most.
Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it. Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power.
Really?
On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait. Then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara?
Well, that's your forte then.
That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate.
I think that's his forte.
You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Look at you blush. Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh, can it?
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active.
So lewd.
That's it.
Okay, I can do that. Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Ah. Okay, I will be honest. That is a cool way to explain something that was literally explained to us like...
Hold hands. You and me.
So lewd.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
Wait, no.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Ah.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
Oh, well, you got some
I don't
deep-seated
trust
shit.
anyone, except the dead.
Oh, okay. Because they can't betray you.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then let me give you a
Then
million
please,
more.
Hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Yeah, see? There, now you got her talking.
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
I mean, I will say this is a pretty interesting ability that he has. She is a... They are adorable. Whoever, whatever.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is postcognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all.
Yeah, as you like to remind me.
This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO.
Yeah, that's
Now,
expected.
Let's see what you're capable of.
Investigation. Check around entrance. So lewd.
The lock lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with. That's...
The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. And there's not much we can get from it other than the fact it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere. Right.
What does that mean?
I was discovered the door was locked from the inside. There's no other way into or out of this room. In other words, a lock room mystery. Lock room mystery. Things are heating up.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeepers did, or the staff here did. Either way, it's not something to worry about. True. I'll check someplace else. Glass on the counter. There's a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. The key was in the glass in the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, we should use postcognition. Alright, got it.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key.
Makes sense.
It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
How they do that? I don't know.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Let's remove the key to the glass. There's a roulette table. It probably hasn't been used since the incident, and it's covered in dust. There don't appear to be any clues on top of the roulette table. Nothing underneath either. We should check someplace else. Alright, let's do that. Was this moved during an incident? As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem related to the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check another place. There's a doll nailed to the roulette table too.
I see.
There's also a doll nailed here, right in the middle of the roulette wheel. The dolls itself seem to be the same as the others. There don't seem to be anything noteworthy that is in and of itself significant to knowledge. Let's check someplace else. There's a vent here. Four corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it will open. I doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this.
But
It's too late to conclude there's no useful information. Compare it with what we see in postcognition. Alright, I'll give it a try. What's wrong button? Damn, boy!
A body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene, and it's so quiet.
Alrighty.
I knew it.
Sure enough, secret club has the doll's nail on the wall too.
Yeah.
That must be the mailman's calling card. The nail to the wall seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. And there's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in postcognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult could probably pass through.
At the time, the slender adult may have gotten there.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him, signs that he was strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
That's
Yeah, the
thanks
other
to
corpse
everything I taught you at the clock
had
tower.
it too.
Such an awesome mentor.
But it didn't have those
This
red marks. At
situation
least.
is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
There's signs of strangulation and vertical scratch marks on the victim's neck. Those scratch marks from,
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
oh, how they're bent.
Below the vent? Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
They were stepping stools.
Another reason?
And the nails bent to the vent. Yeah.
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here. Finish!
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my postcognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Yuma district. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
All right. Ideally, what I hope to do before the end of this part is check out all of the locations, because I have a feeling as soon as we're done with all the locations, we'll be jumping into the mystery labyrinth. So it would be interesting if I highly doubt that Hilara could come with us, but it'd be interesting if she could. So I have a feeling they'll be taking her or something, and then that would be my pause.
The
is
building
like,
we're heading to is accessed through Yuma district. Let's hurry there.
like it'll pause kind of like how it did the first time, and then we go in. But But yeah, the one inconvenience about Yuma's power and the Mystery Labyrinth as a whole is the fact that the true culprit dies. So it's not like, oh, hey, we caught you. Here's all the facts and everything. And they can't be like, oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I got to see how they're going to do it with this one. I feel like with the first one, it was very like no matter what, we were going to be always framed or whatever. So we got to see like how they're going to do it here. Hello? The way it's decorated makes it seem like some kind of lab or something.
That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very organic. Just completely artificial. Or like a tanning bed. I'm not sure I follow. Now I can kind of see that. God, the loading. See, like the loading's like taking a while sometimes. Side quest. That person. What's wrong, Master? Doesn't she seem a bit uneasy? Like she might fall over at any moment.
Come on.
You really can't help yourself when it comes to the ladies, can you? Isn't like that. Excuse me, is something wrong? You seem upset. Huh? Who are you? I'm kind of a detective. In training, yeah. A detective. You see?
Well?
So is something wrong? Well, actually, I've run away from home. And I'm at a loss about what to do next. Oh. It smells like a case. Let's hear out, Master. Yeah, you might be right. I should avoid getting involved. But I won't be able to sleep at night if I just left it alone.
Well?
Could you give me some more details? Well, I'm the daughter of a merchant who does business throughout Kanai Ward. Due to a family circumstance, it was decided that I would have an arranged marriage. Thinking of what's best for my family, I should accept the proposal. But my suitor is an awful person. I heard with my own ears. He said he was only using my father. Huh? Why not talk to your father about it? There's nothing I can do without proof. Besides, my father's very keen on him. When I told my father I didn't want to get married, he yelled at me and said I shouldn't cause trouble.
I see.
So that's why he ran away from home.
Aww.
How lame. Let's get out of here.
No.
Can't do that. Having to marry an evil man sounds terrible. Even wants to give me some time to think. I want to try to talk to my father. If I went back now, I don't think we could have a civil conversation. I'm terribly sorry to ask, but could you take this letter to my father for me? I'll reward you for your trouble. Does this chick think detectives are errand boys? You can't just leave her like this. That's my master. Simping over every woman he meets and making their wishes come true. It's not like that.
All right.
Okay, I'll help you. Thank you so much. My father should be in front of Kanai Station right about now. Be a good idea to ask what he looks like, right? The station is a busy place after all.
That's true.
That's true. What exactly does your father look like? Should be wearing a suit, navy blue from head to toe. It's his favorite, so navy blue suit.
I see.
See, thank you. Paired with the devil. Something's happened. Coworker just took off to investigate. You're not going? Even if I did, there's no point. Best to just leave everything done with Tarasu Core. Yes, I never forgive you became this boring. Hey, so they go 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah, see, they only update it with a fucking picture. Like, what's the fucking point of that? Mr. having the interaction coalescence. I feel like that should actually be his ability, but you never know. Maybe he has his own ability. Well, that's for today's postcognition. The ability to see how a crime scene first appeared the first time it was first discovered.
Oh!
A completely navy blue suit. Could this be the merchant's girl's father? Is the man with him the client's suitor? I bet he is. He even looked evil.
No.
Can't tell just from appearance. Anyway, let's try talking with him. Excuse me. Who are you? Don't mind, we're in the middle of an important conversation. I have a letter for you from your daughter? What did you say? You won't know my daughter's whereabouts?
Well?
Yes, would you please read the letter first? You're not actually listening to this guy, are you, sir? See for myself. Spelled out her handwriting. There must be some kind of mistake. Never mistake my daughter's handwriting. Afraid that if what's written here is true, this marriage cannot be allowed to continue. I just got away with it too.
Huh?
He's not even trying to hide. He sounds like some second-rate cartoon villain. No point playing pretend anymore. Scam's over the moment they start to doubt you. Later, chumps.
Whoa!
Hey, wait! There's no need to follow him. Thank you for delivering this letter.
No.
It was nothing. I'll try to talk to my daughter. Allow me to properly thank you another day.
Yes.
Sure.
For now.
Let's go report to the client. Yeah, it seems like all you get from these are the detective points, so it's like... I mean, the detective points are helpful, don't get me wrong.
And that's what happened.
I don't think you have to worry about that arranged marriage anymore. Really? My father actually believed me. I think I'll go home now. Thank you so much for everything. Honestly, I'm glad they brought me back here. Hope it goes well.
Well?
We did our part. Who cares what happens next?
No.
We're involved now. So I like for her to be happy.
Huh?
Yeah, I get it. That must be the way of the simp. Why do you keep calling me that? I'm curious if there will be kind of continuations of some of these cases.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
It's closed, as expected.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wait!
I should also like look around just in case there's some gumshoe shit here.
It looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go. The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Stuff in the lobby. Who is it intended for?
Well?
It's probably just a status symbol, right?
You know,
Doorknob is in a rough shape. I guess it's because nobody's looking after the place anymore.
By the way,
Isn't it because Hilara smashed it? I guess we can't rule that out.
say,
The owner's not around anymore, so there are a bunch just hanging around. Let's snatch one and sell it. I'm a detective, not a thief. Who do you think I am, Joker?
feels like a jump scare's coming up.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here, too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my postcognition again here.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
This is...
Door's the study. Left it open just in case. It's always good to be aware of sudden attacks. Never let your guard down. Right, got it.
I'll...
It's because of the teaching of yours. Truly, you're welcome, master. Another vent up there.
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through.
Ah,
And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
What's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the fence, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Hilara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Yen.
You're charging me for it?
I jest.
wow.
The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it. Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around. You should give me 10,000 Yen as a reward.
I'm kidding, a headache.
Vents too small for person to enter or exit. Boom-dun-dun.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber.
Whoa, Lord.
But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Postcognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket.
Oh, okay.
No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right. Huh? What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
It's a cat photo.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the Peacekeepers fabricated?
The Peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay. But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Aw. She's becoming my favorite. Sketch. Now she has that one doll circled. No, wrong button, goddammit.
Let's check every nook and...
Yeah.
Lamp. Light's on right now.
Say,
Make sure to use proper lighting in addition to those kinds of lighting, as eye strain may occur. What are you talking to, Shinigami?
That's right.
There's a projector installed in the corner of the bookcase. I'd like to take a look, but I can't reach it.
That's right.
Hilar, could you please take a look around the projector?
Very well.
Sure, give me a moment. The projector's pretty dusty. Doesn't seem to have been used since before the incident. So it's probably got nothing to do with the case.
That's true.
Our fishing tank. It doesn't seem like they're being cared for since the owner was killed. They're looking pretty bad. Inside the tank, some kind of secret passage?
Yeah.
Might be interesting. Doesn't appear to be related to the case. Boarding. The projector's still inside of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found. You'll never reach it, Master. I'll check it out for you. Huh? Did you find anything useful? Nope. Everything is extremely usual and unrelated to the case. There's a huge tank here. There aren't any fish inside. Maybe things can't be seen through Postcognition. It doesn't have the ability. Ah, interesting. Oh, what's with those books? Maybe.
Oh!
The lamp light is pointing at the table. Probably wasn't turned on at the time. I don't see anything suspicious. Doesn't seem like the lamp is related to the case. switch from the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found. We're not going to talk about this bookcase? I thought for sure the bookcase would have been there. These books are lined up so neatly. They're covered in dust. Nobody's touched them for a long time. Meaning they won't help us in this case. Oh, maybe it's just the thing.
Yeah.
In the past, several books lined the shelf. Check, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between then and now.
I see.
That case is probably not related to the case. Alright, what's up with you?
There's only one doll nailed to the wall.
No eyes.
Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here?
Those may have risen, not porcelain. It looks like a thin string rubbed against the inner corners of the eye. Yeah, there's something there, alright.
Oh!
Landscape paintings and extravagant frames are on display. All these paintings look incredibly expensive.
However,
Counterfeits. Not a single one is genuine. Doesn't look like there's anything relevant to the case here. Let's investigate elsewhere. It's a carefully organized bookshelf. Looks like all the novels belong to the same series. The Going Saga.
yeah.
I believe this series has more than 150 volumes. Unfortunately, the author has passed away. It's a shame the story never saw an ending. Damn.
Oh!
Two extraordinarily thick books are stacked on the desk. These books are in great condition, aside from some dust. They look completely untouched.
Beats me.
Probably want to seem knowledgeable. They haven't been moved for a while. They're probably not related to the case.
What does that mean?
It's an expensive book of landscape painting, but it's titled I wonder why. Tilted, I wonder why. Does this related to the locked room?
It appears.
Doubtful, judging by the marks on the wall. I'd say this painting was hung at an angle. The peacekeepers must have altered it by a mistake during their investigation. How confusing. Two extraordinarily thick books are placed on the desk. It doesn't look like the books are stacked when the body was found.
Well,
The peacekeepers must have stacked them. Good grief, what a bunch of amateurs. Placement seems to be the only thing that's changed. Don't think this will help with the case. There's the books. It's rearranged neatly on the shelf. It's no indication books have been moved. Don't think they're related to the case. I agree. Let's look somewhere else.
Oh!
Several dolls have been nailed to the floor. After the clock tower in the secret club, this makes 3. Doesn't make it any less creepy though.
beats me.
There's no time to show fear. Case, investigate thoroughly and find the clues to solve this case. Right.
I see.
Dolls have nothing in common. I don't see any unusual markings either.
It appears.
What do you do with the case then? I mean, the hands. And the last one.
That's true.
This is where the first witness found the body. Bloodstains are still here. Considering the amount of blood, the victim was probably killed here, right?
It appears.
Very likely. Beetle.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice? But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
Yeah.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels now that he's actually dead.
Why don't we ever look at that?
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
Yeah.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood. The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways. But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically, down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
That's disturbing.
The nails stuck, yep.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Hey, that's an A-OK from the investigation here. I agree. Got one more case, or one more to check out.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Helara.
The longer I'm with Helara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
Alrighty.
The next one is the art gallery in Yuma district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
You're right.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Chief's in danger. Let's do some side quest. Actually, okay, it doesn't look like any have popped up. I was like, that's just pure curiosity. You're like, huh.
So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
But wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
Did you say something?
That's our Helara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please!
Alrighty.
Oh!
Seems like the store's locked.
Well,
There are priceless works of art all over the place. Of course the door is gonna be locked. I'm gonna guess the way you go out is that way then.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
We're going in.
Helara is great. Love him.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
Ah. Interesting.
Was the
work of art.
first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshiper. He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff.
Why
When they
haven't we
opened
talked
this
about
storage
anything about the
room,
victims? Like what
They discovered the
they
victim's
did
corpse.
to deserve this? I don't know.
The door was locked at the
Maybe
time
they don't
of
think
discovery,
it was worth anyone's.
and the key was found
Dang.
inside.
ooh, another locked room mystery. That's for total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yes.
I'll have to say, so far, her forte is very interesting. I'm definitely interested to know all the other characters' fortes when the time comes.
There are 2 keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff. That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it. Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
I guess you wouldn't.
Countered!
2 keys. One of them was inside the room. Right. Guess. Postcognition.
Postcognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
Honestly, that's true. So it's probably a good thing that you can't smell anything too, as well as you can't really touch anything. It doesn't look like there's anything there, so it's just gonna be the same thing. Yeah, there's no point in me checking when. How is this place just completely blanked? I wonder why it's blank. Why it's so messily placed with these wooden frames.
Well,
Doesn't look like an exhibit piece. Maybe it was used for some other event. Let's see. Nothing seems out of place. I don't think it's worth the case. Okay, I'm gonna just stop reading those.
This is...
Painting of a man screaming with his hands clutched to his face. There's something unnerving about this painting. This feels as if I'm gonna be swallowed whole.
that's...
Paintings don't have that kind of power. More important to find anything. No, nothing suspicious. Damn, I keep pressing the wrong button.
Yeah,
The canvas and wooden frames have been placed on a trolley. This seems to have changed between then and now, at least. There's no evidence to be found. Okay. Painting was in a different location, but we're not really talking about that yet, I suppose. There are baskets top shelf. I'm not tall enough to see them beside them, though. I'll take a look for you. This is... What is it? We accomplished nothing! So we found nothing.
Oh!
Sculpture with a sheet placed over it to keep dust off.
It appears.
Doesn't look like it's been moved for a long time. And you can tell from the dust that's gathered on the sheet, too. In other words, it's completely irrelevant. I wish we didn't have to see this every single second, but...
Oh!
That's on the top shelf. Yeah, that dust inside. This hasn't been used for a while. Basically, it's unrelated to the case.
Oh!
Sculpture with a sheet over it. Position was the same before using the...
I see.
Yeah. So some change. Considering nobody's moved it. It's unrelated to the case. Yeah, I don't see dolls around here. I'm seeing paintings.
There's a nail stuck in a painting.
Yeah, it's paintings, not dolls stuck
The
in
killer
here.
must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted.
Nails driven the portrait, perhaps in place of a doll. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how the killer got out of this room. How? That small window?
I'll find out for you.
I mean, unless they opened it
The
to put
only way
the key
in
back
or
in.
out of here besides the door is this window.
The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but There are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here.
Oh, here's a doll.
This is...
It's a large-scale painting with a doll nailed to it. I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
That's...
It's related to the incident. There's probably a reason. Let's assume that much.
A large painting lies on the
There's the
floor.
key.
And a doll is
So
nailed
no way they
against
could have
the
thrown the
canvas.
key.
One nail goes
Unless
through
they were
the
able to
head.
get both keys on
Another
them.
nail is in the chest.
Which maybe they
But
did.
The nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle. Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that he had both of the keys on him, and then they just put the other key back to the place.
This is...
Nails are driven in the painting of a young man.
I'm...
Now, I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason. That's not really the impression I get. Cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, the boxes were brought in after the incident.
It appears.
Looks like there's artwork inside. They must be storing the items no longer on exhibit. Don't think these are related to the investigation. Boom.
This is...
Portrait painting with nails driven into it. This picture really conveys its time period. Maybe that person depicted it as an important figure from years ago.
what?
Huh? There's nothing to dignify about this guy. He just looks like a regular old geezer. Don't think there's anything else. Wait. Oh. Well, these need to be checked again.
You know...
Cover boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, there are
Yeah.
inside. Doesn't look like the culprits touched them. Nothing to do with the case. Investigate everything. Oh, I don't have the full check mark here? Oh, I guess I didn't look at that.
Oh!
Spilled paint has stained the floor. If we can find out when the spill occurred, we'll know if it's related to our investigation. Don't know why I didn't notice this.
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
It's unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation. It may have been like this before the murder. Or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Right.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
Alright, now it's probably going to give me the big check. Yep, there we are.
Oh!
It's like this is where the body was at the time of the incident. There's no trace of it anymore, though.
Beats me.
Looks like this area's been cleaned up by the peacekeepers or the art gallery staff. I don't think investigating here will turn up any useful information. Well, not that I can see, but it doesn't look like any of the nails went into the ground like we saw in the previous one. I didn't pay attention to the first one. Though I guess they had to in order to keep the corpse up.
She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Yuma. She used her good looks to have relations with many men.
Oh, well, I guess that
The
explains
amount
why.
of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And...
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head.
Oh.
It looks pretty deep. This
She must
may
have
be the real
fell down
cause
and
of death.
came unconscious. Or that. Blunt force to the back of the head, yeah.
That should be enough.
Finish investigating here. I feel like the full picture's slowly starting to come together.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window.
Oh.
It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Outside the window? All right.
Okay.
It's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself, huh? And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Halara is right. This is something I took on myself. I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's the right thing to do as a professional detective.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
I know, but
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
oh, right. I'll do it right away.
I mean,
Outside the window, could that have anything to do with the locked room?
and my mind just went completely blank. I was going to mention something that I can't remember. Damn it. I don't know. My mind just went like, like, please connect, the dead dial tone. And you're like, oh no.
I wonder what Halara discovered.
You know, I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around. I see. Let's rest.
All our boxes stacked up. It's like they're all sealed.
Actually,
Been left in the rain, so I bet whatever inside's ruined.
Maybe.
Probably scale this fence with some effort. Maybe the culprit escape this way?
anyway,
Maybe, but the real priority is solving that locked room mystery, right? Anyway, it's not like there are any clues up behind here.
Yeah.
Right, let's focus on figuring out that locked room. God, I hate that I had something, but then they just, kept going.
Here's the window.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing strange about it.
I see. Try entering through the window.
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
Just try it.
Okay. I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap. I can stick a finger in, but that's it.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Did you not?
No, not at all. What's that about?
Ruh-roh.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Huh? I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait! I'm a peacekeeper.
Huh? Of Amaterasu Corporation?
Yes, of Amaterasu.
You totally fumbled that. You're no good at lying, huh?
What did you say?
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Thank you, Halara.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Hey, Halara, are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
Shut up.
I've told you before that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you. Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Convenient.
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery. So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the Nail Man. I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind. And then there was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Oh, right.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching.
Mm-hmm.
You hurry back to the detective agency.
Huh? What about you?
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name.
Say my name, say my
Alarm
name,
Nightmare
say
shall
my
rush to your
name.
aid.
And gone. What are you gonna do, Master? We've checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but...
If only it were that easy. Aw, I have no clue what to do.
Oh, stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
Ah, come on now.
Right! We need to help him!
Finished! Oh, now I think I remember what I was going to talk about. I was talking about the whole,
Before the chief gets executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him too.
I think what I was talking about is like the investigations. Obviously, I have a feeling the investigation for all the chapters are going to be way longer than they were in the first one. Because I mean, the first one you were confined, but now we have more area and such to look through here. So it makes sense now that investigations will take longer. I am curious as to how the mystery labyrinth will go through now too. So. I'll be honest, I could do with less of the commentary from our floating
Our fuzzhead will really be in danger.
friend here. Like, I get why some of it's there, but I feel like there is some that's unnecessary, especially like when we're investigating. They're like,
know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on, where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
I don't mind when there's back and forth, but when it's just
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then. Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
Wait!
Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
And you are.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being, please?
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still...
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please!
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Nailman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth.
Huh?
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
ruh-roh.
But...
Please, wait! Before you go! Please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death. All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate.
Non-public information.
Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
Alright, well, here we go. Put me in the labyrinth.
What? Wait, please listen to me!
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Can't you put me in the labyrinth or Halara? Hello?
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right! Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
I love when the guy with the megaphone's just standing there like, hmm?
Halara, you came for me!
Just add to your bill.
As I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to Yuma.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective.
Put me in the labyrinth.
Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
Probably gonna end up being the nun.
That's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church. And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's no room to mess up here, you know?
Well... What do I do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Yeah, I don't think so. Halara seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's always a price to pay. When I I reap the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
All right.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? Don't you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the Peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about
Alright,
a
guys.
resolution?
The straps are
I
like,
don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
Yeah, definitely gonna have to get some shit out of this, so.
What?
Oh, Halar can see this. Halar is gonna come with us, okay. That's interesting.
What's this? Has time stopped?
So Waldo.
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
You knew this would happen?
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't a one-way street. You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Halara wandered into the mystery labyrinth because of that effect. I think.
You're not even sure?
Who are you?
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it. So I'll kick that roll over to Master!
Thanks, Shinigami. Alrighty. This is getting very interesting. So, guys, that is going to do it for this part of Let's Play Master Detective Archives Rancode. In the next part, guys, we find out who the culprit is, or at least get to it. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give the like button a click. And comment down below what you like about the video. Didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what do you think of the investigation? I thought it was really good. And I can't wait to go on with it. So, yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to the main channel, too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RBG Kim Kid Twitter, and there, too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I will see you all next time.